So, well, we are getting to the end of this talk. Remember that small steps lead to big changes. And actually, you've already taken the first step by identifying your goal and planning an action. And that's a lot, okay? So now, yes, to wrap up this talk, we would like to share part of a poem by Michelle Williamson, who is an American author, political activist, and a teacher, okay? So it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? So, thank you very much. We truly enjoyed sharing this time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you both, Xi and Belu. This was a very inspiring and motivating talk for teachers. We have so many comments in the chat about goals that they are setting themselves and steps to achieve those goals. And I think that's the main objective of these talks, to inspire teachers to start off the year on the right foot. So a massive thank you. We don't have a lot of time, but we still have a couple minutes. So if you guys have questions in the chat, make sure you leave them there. In the meantime, I picked up a few comments that I wanted to mention. You talked a lot about reflective teaching and gave some very good ideas for teachers to do this. And in the chat, there was a bit of side conversation. My very esteemed colleague, Mariana Goldman, shared that they've been doing something like that since 2012 at Lenguas, at the Ateneo Permanente de Problemas de la Práctica Real Docente, which is a free space every Monday from 6 to 8. So if you are in the city of Buenos Aires, this is something that you might want to check out. Sometimes reflective practice with individuals.
Yes, that sounds great.
So if we can encourage people to join your local communities of practice, your local teacher association, to get together with other teachers in your staff room to talk about things.
So enriching. Absolutely, yeah.
I have a comment from Nat, who recommends that she started meditation and also breathing workshops, which helped a lot when facing difficulties in the classroom. What do you guys do for self-care and to make you feel better?
Well, I dance, for example.
Well, actually, I take yoga classes.
Yeah. And actually, that's like 8:30.
Yes, I take yoga, and I also meditate.
Yes.
All of that sounds great. I do a bit of dancing myself, and I'm very bad at it, but it's very liberating.
I also do some breathing exercises with my students as well, right? In primary level, secondary school as well. Also before exams, right? Sometimes they have to sit these very long mock exams, right? And it's so useful to take like a couple of very short minutes. Maybe I tell them to breathe, right? So yeah, sometimes I do that as well.
We have lots of other ideas in the chat as well. People doing yoga, swimming, playing the piano, doing Pilates, Taekwondo, painting, pottery, boxing. All of that helps because part of self-care is also doing other things and not just spending all your free time lesson planning and thinking about your lessons.
Right.
Have you guys set any goals yourselves?
Yes,
for 2025?
right.
Sorry, I think it got, like, the video got
Get
stuck.
cut off. No, I was wondering if you'd like to share your goals for 2025 with the audience. This can be a little time capsule. So if we meet again in ELT Week 2026, we can hear about how that went. You can't hear me, can you?
I can't hear her.
You meant our goals for, I mean, our
Yes.
personal goals,
Your
or are
personal
you
goals.
asking people? Okay. Well, still writing them down, okay, but both Belu and I, like, we call ourselves lifelong learners, right? I believe all teachers are lifelong learners, so we are always like, we always want to learn more, and maybe, I don't know, now it has to do with AI, so we've taken some courses on that to get more, like, knowledge, to acquire more knowledge regarding to AI and had to put it into practice. In my case, I work in secondary school, so I've also decided to maybe do something related to how to continue improving my relationship, right, with teenage students, right, how to engage them and to grab their attention, right. I used to be a primary teacher, right, and everything I brought was like, yeah, we want to do that. Who wants to read? Okay, me. And then you go to secondary school, okay, and say, okay, who would like to read? And they are like, so it's always like trying to motivate, because then I motivate them. But then when you do motivate them, they are so great. And well, I'm still learning about that. Yeah.
Absolutely. I have one last question from Milagros in the chat, who is asking, do you consider appropriate to use this GROW model with students? For example, a student who is struggling with a difficulty in class.
Belu, could you hear
Well,
that?
actually, I believe that it depends on, because the important, yes, can you hear me?
Yes. We can.
Can you hear me? Yes? Okay,
Yes.
great. No, because the most important thing of the GROW model is to have a goal. And you have to be the one who decides on the goal. So it depends on the age of the student, but the student will be the one who has to have the goal. It can't be something that you do for someone. I don't know if it is clear. I mean, if the student has a goal, maybe you can help him in order to achieve this goal. But it's the student, the one who has to be able to identify this goal that he or she would like to achieve.
Definitely.
It is not something that we can force someone to do.
Right. And it's the same thing for limiting beliefs and what you mentioned about reframing. It's interesting to try and sometimes share those strategies for reframing with students, especially older students who come into your classroom. It's like, oh, I'm terrible at English. I studied English for 20 years and I can't say hello. This is not for me. So perhaps that's something that we can encourage learners to explore as well.